Hi everyone, it's Jenny here from The Bear and the Fox. I'm back today with another roundup of book recommendations, and today is the last in our series of everything Halloween. So we've had books about pumpkins and books about ghosts in the past two episodes, and today is all about all the other fabulous things that we have at Halloween. So it's just a big pick and mix. So I'm going to start with a couple of books about celebrating Halloween. So this is a really sweet one, Herbert's First Halloween. It's about a little pig and it's his first Halloween and he's a little bit scared, but then his dad says, well, it doesn't have to be scary, you can dress up as whatever you like. So he decides to dress up as a tiger and his dad makes him his costume. So it's actually really sweet that this book features a dad who's measuring him and sewing. Quite often you have mums in stories doing that kind of thing, so it's really refreshing to have a dad doing it in this story. And Herbert has a very successful and happy and not too scary first Halloween. So it's got really cute illustrations. You just have to fall in love with Herbert in this story. It's a great one for little ones who are maybe also having their first Halloween and are a little bit anxious, and it would be great to calm any first Halloween nerves, but it's also just very super cute. Next up we have Angelina's Halloween, for any fans of Angelina Ballerina. And in this story, Angelina and her friends are getting ready to celebrate Halloween and to go trick-or-treating. So here they are designing their costumes, and then they go out, they dare each other to go to this spooky house, and Angelina's had to take her sister with her who's dressed up as a ghost. And there's a little bit of a scare towards the end of the story when they discover that it's not the little sister in the ghost costume. So there's a bit of a panic, but it all works out in the end. They find the sister and they all have a great Halloween party at the end of the book. And like all Angelina books, it's just got really beautiful illustrations. And then another book about going out trick-or-treating is The Halloweener. Now this is absolutely hilarious and we really love it. One of our favourite Halloween books of all time. So Halloweener is about a little sausage dog called Oscar, and we've got an Oscar, which is one of the reasons why we love this book. And everyone makes fun of Oscar because of the way he looks, and even more so when his mum for Halloween gets him a hot dog costume. So all the other dogs kind of making fun of him and bullying him, and he's very sad. He doesn't get any of the sweets trick-or-treating because the other dogs have all gathered them up. But then at the end of the book, the end of the story, Oscar saves the day and he is the bigger person, or the bigger dog I should say, and there's no hard feelings, and the other dogs apologize and they all become friends and they all share their trick-or-treating sweeties at the end of the story. So as well as being quite a funny Halloween book, it's also a great book to talk about bullying, or rather not bullying, and being kind. So this is a big winner, or should I say wiener, all around. And then another story about friends going trick-or-treating is Pug and Pig, and one of them loves Halloween and the other doesn't. So Pig is a huge Halloween fan and Pug really isn't that much. But they do go out together in the end. And it's just a sweet story. It's very short. It's good particularly for little ones who have a shorter attention span. It's got two super cute animals in it. And yeah, it's just a really sweet Halloween story. Moving away from trick-or-treating, next we have Creepy Carrots, which isn't actually specifically a Halloween story, but it features creepy carrots, so we think it is quite suitable for this time of year. So this is the story about Jasper the rabbit, who absolutely loves eating carrots from a field near his house, but he starts imagining that the carrots are following him. So he keeps seeing carrots everywhere. So, there's carrots! And he turns around and it's just some orange things on the side of the path. So his parents convince him it's all in his imagination. Or is it? There's a twist at the end of the book, which I'm not going to give away, but this is a kind of fun and creepy, slightly spooky book to read around Halloween time. This is my 6-year-old's favourite Halloween book right at this moment. That might change next week, you never know. But Creepy Carrots is a big hit in our house right now. Then we've got 10 Little Monsters, which is a fun rhyming and counting story. So there's lots of different monsters. Got a skeleton, a zombie, vampire, witch, zombie, all the kinds of monsters that you get around Halloween time. And they are a werewolf. So there's 10 of them, and they go out and something keeps happening to one of them, one after the other. So it's counting backwards. So we're starting with 10 monsters, and then something happens to them, and then, oh, now there's only 8, and so forth. But at the end of the book, they all find each other again, and they have a fun Halloween party. But there's a whole series of these counting books, but the 10 Little Monsters we find is particularly fun around Halloween. Next we have got Bone Soup, which features a very spooky skeleton. So this is about Finnegan the skeleton, who travels around and he's trying to make a soup, and all he's got is a bone, and he convinces all the other creepy creatures to add stuff to his soup. And at the end they have a yummy soup that everyone can share. They've added spider eggs and dried mouse droppings, toenail clippings, yummy yummy. So if you're familiar with the folktale Stone Soup, this is just a Halloween variation on Stone Soup, Bone Soup. Next we have Dracula Spectacular. Now again, this isn't specifically a Halloween story, but it does feature a vampire, so we like reading it at this time of the year in particular. So this features Dracula boy who loves everything colourful. So he giggles a lot, and he likes wearing colourful clothes, and he wants to make friends with people. And he's flying around at night, and he's meant to be spooking people, but he's actually saying, oh, can I go through your wardrobe and borrow some colourful clothes? And his parents really don't know what to do with him. And then towards the end of the book, they kind of realise that they just have to let him be who he is, and embrace who he is, and let him embrace who he is. And he gets gifted this absolutely spectacular rainbow cloak. So it's a fun vampire story to read at this time of the year, but it's also a really great book in terms of the message about just being who you want to be and letting your children be who they want to be, and about acceptance and accepting each other's differences. And yeah, so that's another reason why we really love this book, Dracula Spectacular. Then we're almost at the end. Our penultimate book is a werewolf named Oliver James. I'm so happy that there's a werewolf book to add into our Halloween mix. So it's a story about a little boy called Oliver who's playing in a brass band, sorry. But then all his friends run off because he's turned into a werewolf, just, you know, as you do. And he just wants to chat to his friends, and they're all running away, and he can't understand why. And he's suddenly got like super speed and super strength, and then he realizes, oh no, it's almost time for dinner, and he runs home, and he's really not sure how to explain this to his mum and dad. And there's a little surprise, his mum and dad are also werewolves, and that's them in the morning. So it's just really sweet. The illustrations are absolutely beautiful. It's just a fun little sweet Halloweeny story. It's not a story about Halloween, but it's perfect for reading at Halloween. And last but not least, this is a book that we got last year, What's in the Witch's Kitchen, a book with magic changing pictures. Now it's quite a simple and short book, there's not that much text, so first I thought maybe my boys are a bit too old for this, but it's got magic changing pictures, and I don't think you're ever too old for magic changing pictures. So I got this last year, and we do have fun looking at this book together. Now, I can't read you the whole book because of a little thing called copyright, but I just wanted to show you inside it, show you one of the pages just so you can see how it works. So each page, you know, says like what's in the fridge in the witch's kitchen, what's in the bowl, what's in the tin, and so forth. And then each of the pages, each of the things you can look inside, has this magic flap, and the flap opens in 2 directions. So here we've got what's in the bowl in the witch's kitchen. Open it left or open it right. Will you want to shout yuck? Will you cheer with delight? So one side's got something nice and the other side's got something icky. So we open it this way. What's in the bowl? Toffee popcorn. But if you open it the other way, what's in the bowl? Slimy frog spawn. So all of the pages have one of these magic flaps that opens in 2 directions and gives you one nice thing and one not so nice thing. And then at the very end, there is one final flap which works a little bit differently, which I'm not going to open because I don't want to give away the surprise at the end. So as I said, my boys and I, my boys are 6 and 10, we don't think that we're too old for this. It is short, but it's fun. We like having a go at the magic flaps. We usually read it as part of one of our Halloween readathons that we like to do at this time of the year, and just throw that into the mix. You're never too old for a little bit of magic. So this is a really fun book that we would absolutely recommend. And that's it for today. Those were our favourite pick and mix Halloween favourites that we have to share with you today. It's also the end of our little Halloween series, so we hope that you've enjoyed both today's episode and the last 2 episodes. If you missed them, you can find them on our channel. You can also find a list of all the book titles and authors over on my blog. I will pop a link in the notes below. If you enjoyed the episode, then please do subscribe to the channel and like this video. I will see you next time. Happy reading and happy Halloween. Bye.